now this topic is about navigating life on life's terms. This topic is about like, how can I be most useful in the world? I'm not pouring alcohol down my throat today. That's not the problem. The problem is my fucking thinking. I'm constantly judging. I'm constantly angry. I'm constantly whack. What's wrong with me is you. Get out of my way. Don't you know the fuck I am? Get out of my way.
Right.
And so there's really a lot to unravel here. Part of it is evolutional psychology. We've talked about this a lot in the past. Around 300,000 or 250,000 years ago, the human brain had a huge increase in the frontal lobe group by 20%. That was probably because of an increased exposure to protein. Our ancestors started digesting more protein, so our brain grew. That also meant we started to perceive the future. We started to think much differently than every other species. Our brain does not stop. We're constantly trying to navigate the future, which also means we're constantly looking for predators. Oh, that thing kills me. Once our brain grew, we understood, you know what? If I don't go hunt, if I don't go gather, that's going to kill me. So there was just more and more to worry about because we had more and more capacity to think.
That's so good, bro.
So that's a part of it.
Do you feel like because I want to stop here on this evolutionary psychology, because this is for everyone that's not woo. This is like what your brain is fucking doing. Evolved to help us discern threats. That's what that is. Who's safe? Like you said, who's safe? Who's not? What's worth our time? What's dangerous? It's a tool that kept us alive. But as an addict, and I want people to understand this, your mind has turned a tool into a weapon. And you're not just discerning anymore. You're tearing everything apart. Discernment is totally different than judgment. And I want people to understand that. Discernment is a good thing. Discernment is you're having humility, you feel peace about something, you don't. You're saying yes, you're saying no. It's pleasant. Relationships are amazing. But an addict hijacks survival instincts like we do with the bottle and me with Big Macs, everything else, like you said. So our brain gets addicted to the flood of fear. It gets addicted to the emotion of shame. It gets addicted to self-loathing, and it scans the world for targets. We got these little scanners to offload all of this internal pain. I don't know. It's like you said, I don't know how to handle all of this. So I'm just going to take my weapon. I got one weapon, and that's to fucking offload all this pain in through judgment. Yeah. And so judgment becomes my weapon of choice because it shields me. And I'll let you talk after this. It shields me against vulnerability and truth. So addicts can't handle those two things, vulnerability and truth.
In our addiction, I got two speeds, all or nothing. So it's very important that we're starting to like just pull back the layers of understanding here. I need to understand that I go to the extremes. I'm all or nothing. So in my thinking, in my judgment, I go to an extreme with it. And you nailed it exactly right with the evolutional psychology and the release of chemicals in the brain, the cortisol that's released, the stress hormone that's released. It's always fight or flight with me. Time to judge, time to be superior. I better get prepared to fight this motherfucker right in front of me at the grocery store. This guy's a stranger. He has no idea who I am. He's just getting avocados. Oh my God, he's getting avocados like me. And I'm prepared for battle. That's not a normal response. That's an extreme response. Addicts, especially, we just take it all the way. We take it to an extreme. So it's important to start pulling back the layers and say, I don't have to do that anymore. I'm not in the wilderness surviving where it's not 300,000 years ago. There is no tiger in the room with me. I can come back home. I can invite God into the situation. One simple tool to start addressing this problem of overjudgment, superiority, of course, is inviting the appropriate power in. Can I invite God in and say, God, help me not judge? Simple fucking prayer. Simple tool.
Yes.
God, help me not judge. Go to Walmart and try not judge. You know what I mean? There's going to be 27 judgments before I walk in the door. I'm fighting people in the parking lot. And then that one person gets on the scooter and I'm really starting to judge. This overweight motherfucker. So at Walmart is excellent practice ground for the judging. Just go into Walmart, try not judge. But it's really cool that we're addressing this from the ground up. Evolutional psychology. Our brain is going to work this way regardless. I'm not going to get rid of my survival instinct brain. What we're discussing now into later, more advanced recovery is, am I navigating the world with any inner peace?